From BLOKEES, I have the Transformers 1 Classic Class Champion, Shockwave. I also have the Transformers 1 Champion, Ironhide in the Classic Class. And last but certainly not least, I have Soundwave Superior from Transformers 1 Classic Class, again, the Champion Edition. Yes, I have these really cool BLOKEES model kits. They are some of our favorite characters. Megatron, what do we do? Oh, hell, Optimus. What am I supposed to do without a transformation cog? Soundwave is the ultimate communicator. But, impressions aside, these are very cool looking figures, and I'm going to show them to you one by one. And shout out and thanks to BLOKEES for sending me these at no cost so I can review them for you. And we're gonna have some fun with these BLOKEES. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle, welcome aboard. If you're a longtime watcher, welcome back, thanks so much. It's totally awesome that you came back to me. Very cool. And yeah, we're gonna go through these guys one by one, and at the end, I have a little bonus for you, which you'll also appreciate. You better appreciate it. God damn. You know, Ironhide never swore, but you could see him being like, shit, Optimus. Every time I look into a monitor prime, my circuit sizzle. When are we gonna start kicking Decepta ass all across the universe? So, what are we waiting for? Well, be right back. So I'm going to start out with the Military Commander Shockwave. We'll put these two aside for now. And I could take out all the things and put them together, but I'd much rather just do this. Because yes, I already put Shockwave together. So I have to zoom in a little bit. But as you can see, he has his base, which is a double small BLOKEES base with purple energy. And I'm going to take him off the base so we can go through some posability, but he is a very cool looking version of Shockwave, right from Transformers 1. And of course, he lights up, so his eye can be seen a little bit better. So like most of the classic class, he has that internal energy. But let's take him off this base. It's a nice base, but we'll put it over here for now. Ever since I found BLOKEES in a itty bitty store in South Jersey and bought my first ones, I was like, I need to get these guys because they are so cool. I mean, they don't transform. Hasbro licenses out this stuff, but they don't allow anyone they license to create transforming robots unless it's Roboson. And then, you know, that's a very special case. So this does not transform, but he is very, very cool. And so I put him together already, and I'm not going to do a speed build on any of these guys, but he does have quite a bit of posability for a model kit, and that's what's always impressed me with the BLOKEES models. They even have a little bit of an ankle swivel. At least this one has a little bit, so you can pose him in all kinds of positions. Now, he can't quite, well, maybe he can. Yeah, he can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, toes up. When I'm comparing posability on these guys, I mean, honestly, these have posability that at least matches, if not exceeds that of actually transforming figures. I mean, he can kick forward, not too high, back not too high. He's never been that much of a kicker, but he can definitely do a side kick very high. He bends at the knee quite substantially, at more than 90 degrees. These guys can swivel, and he can twist at the waist all the way around. Arms can go all the way around. They can go off to the side. He can bend. Now his shoulder can actually move a bit to accommodate different posing. He swivels, and his hands can actually be turned. Now he comes with fists and, well, a fist and a regular hand. This hand obviously is replaced with a weapon, which is very reminiscent of the G1, and his head can turn all the way around. So the posability on these guys is incredible, and in the Transformers 1 universe, at least, this was the original form of Shockwave. Now, he may have upgraded over the years, but he's always been a Cybertronian form. And again, lights up, his chest lights up. It's kind of hard to see in these bright studio lights, but you can tell. And he's just overall a very cool representation of the character. Harkens back to G1, definitely represents the Transformers 1 version of the character very well. And he is one of two of the favorite waves out there. I mean, okay, there's Tidal Wave too, so he's a favorite wave. He's also been called Laser Wave in other forms, but he's definitely Shockwave in this one. So that is the first of the three Champion Edition Classic Class. So one more spin on the Turntable of Doom, and I am amazed at the attention to detail and the cleverness of these. You know, even these little itty bitty silver pieces on the back of his feet, the little silver pieces that are reminiscent of a, you know, gun handle, gun grip, pommel, whatever you want to call it. And just overall the great looking figures that they're giving us. So yeah, there is Shockwave. Laserbeak returns, Mighty Megatron, which would be an excellent segue into Soundwave, except we're going to go with Ironhide first. Now this Ironhide, and I've activated accidentally his lighting, so he's got blue eyes, and his chest glows blue, because, you know, Autobots generally have blue eyes. And again, he's a Cybertronian form, so he's actually reminiscent a bit not just of the G1, but of the Bumblebee version of Ironhide. His chest actually kind of harkens back to that. And again, the detail on him, quite good. Now he's got blue energon, I guess, shooting out around him, but we're gonna put his base aside. Now he actually has a gun that you can take out of his hand, and you could probably find some actual transformer to actually carry it. Doesn't look like a 5mm post though. But I will give him a spin on the turntable of doom. And again, a lot of attention to detail. The back looks very good, very good. And you can see wheels on the back of his legs, hinting that he has now a transformation cog, and he can transform. I am transformed. Not that I really like that Beast Machine show as much as I like Beast Wars. Though they blasted Optimus right in the face during Beast Wars. Not happy about that. Now he's got these heels that you can kind of move up and down on the back of his feet. If they're moved down, he has a little bit of an ankle swivel, so he can make a very wide stance and, you know, face off against Megatron and the Decepticons. Those Decepticreeps' days are numbered now. Now he can just about do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, but doesn't quite go crotch down. It's like so close, but not quite there. But he's, you know, an older bot, so not as flexible as he used to be. He can kick forward and he can kick back, and you can pop off the leg. Now I just have one leg to stand on. Now because these are model kits and they pop together, if you pop off a leg accidentally, you can pop it right back on. He's got knees, which actually go more than 90 degrees. He's got swivel at the knee. Oh, sidekick, definitely. And he can, of course, like most blockies, he can twist all the way around at the waist. So again, very dynamic posing that you can do for Ironhide here. Now, a lot of these that have hands, they have open hands and fists. So in this case, I use fists on both hands, so you could switch gun hands if you wanted to. But I could very easily pop this off and put on an open hand, and he could be like, "What are you doing with the immobilizer? Point that at somebody else." Yes, I'm mixing my transformer properties. So yes, his arms can go all the way around. Back to the posability. I digress sometimes. Bends at the elbow very nicely. He swivels, which is right under his shoulder pieces. And his shoulders actually can move forward and back pretty well, almost as if he's getting ready to transform. And his head can go all the way around. He can look up a little bit, look down. Carly, I almost stepped on you there. Where's Spike? Oh, shit. So Ironhide is a very cool one, and again, he does light up, so his eyes are very blue. If you could only see how blue his eyes can be when you tap on his head. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing before I lose 50 million subscribers. And I don't even have that many, so I would be negative. So another spin on the turntable of doom, but a fantastic guy. Oh, height-wise, Shockwave is just a hair shy of 5 inches, whereas an Ironhide himself, slightly shorter at 4 3/4. You can see there's a slight height difference there. But still, very cool, very posable figures, and great homages to not only Transformers 1, but Shockwaves and Ironhides throughout the decades. Yes, it's been decades. And finally, Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior. So in this case, I put an open hand on one and a fist on the other. He does not actually come with a separate gun, just his shoulder cannon. But again, an awesome representation of Soundwave, harkens back to G1, and of course the Transformers 1 model looked a lot like the G1. Let's get him off this little stand. And again, attention to detail. He looks like he could transform into either a lamppost or a tape player. Now this does not open up. You could pop it off, but not recommended. He doesn't have any of his little minions, but he is very cool. And again, lights up. You can see he's got like golden eyes. That's Bond, James Bond with golden eye. I'll have a dry martini, shaken, not stirred. So a very cool looking figure. Into the posability. In his case, not a problem for the full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme. He also does have decent ankle swivels, so you can definitely put him in a wider stance. Kicks forward, of course, kicks back, and side kick very nicely. Now, I just popped off his leg. Again, that can happen, and that could actually be a battle damage thing if you want to set him up like that. But again, they're model kits, they pop right back together. No glue required. You don't need to sand anything. Don't need knives or anything. He can bend at the knee more than 90 degrees, and he's got this nice little plate to cause extra damage. His legs can also swivel around right above the knee. He can twist at the waist without any issues. Arms can go all the way around. They can also go out to the side. Bends at the elbow. Nice swivel. Fists, and I don't know if I showed it on Ironhide, his fists twist as well. I mean, he's even got a little blue plate on his fist, which you have to add, so attention to detail. His shoulders can go forward and back. His cannon can actually move up and down, change its attitude, and his head all the way around. So an amazing version of Soundwave, another spin on the turntable of doom. He's got the nice Decepticon symbol right on his chest. BLOKEES has definitely impressed me by having these figures that you could put together. Now, as far as how long it took me to put together, I was watching like different shows on TV, so it took me a little longer. So, you know, took me a little bit over an episode of Daredevil to gather one of them. And I do recommend you don't be an idiot like me, and when you're looking at the instructions, don't let your eyes accidentally switch from one instruction to the other, because I did that, and that took me a little bit of time to figure out, oh, wait, that's why this piece isn't going in properly. The instructions are perfect. It's just me who's not. All right, so that is the third one. Now, little bonus, because you may notice that the Decepticons seem a little more complex than Ironhide. So Ironhide comes with a little bonus that you can put together. It's an itty bitty Optimus truck mode, and I'll zoom in on him. But it's very cool. It actually comes with working wheels on the bottom, the smokestack guns, the blue windshield. It's just a very cool little bitty version of Optimus / Orion Pax, whichever way you want to call him. He's only about 2.5 inches long, but he's cool, and because he's got wheels, roll test. And the roll test, he is actually doing quite fine. I mean, he's not really designed like a G1. You know, the wheels are plastic wheels that pop into these little hinges, but for a model kit to roll like that, pretty good. So that bonus comes in with the Ironhide. So there you have them, the 3 Champion Edition Classic Class Transformers 1 characters who they echo throughout the multiverse. Soundwave is always superior. They are very cool. I will put a link in the description right to BLOKEES, and you can get them from there. I will also put links to some alternative places in case you prefer buying from another retailer. And you can also go, BLOKEES are now everywhere. A lot of the local toy stores I go to have BLOKEES all over the place, so you might find them there. You might find them at a toy show. Might find them in Walmart. They're everywhere. So join the BLOKEES revolution. And I think these are fun model kits, fun to put together, fun to pose afterwards, and they're cool. If you're a Transformers fan, these may be for you. I mean, they don't transform, but they're a hell of a lot better than Action Masters. No offense to Action Masters. But if you're enjoying this content, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That would be totally awesome. Also, quick thing, memberships are gonna very soon be available with a special members-only live stream every month to just talk about all things Transformers, show some stuff that maybe I don't necessarily need to do a full video on, but it's cool to look at anyways. So keep an eye out for that. And while you are mulling these guys over, you can actually check out over here, we have the classic classes from Rise of the Beasts, which are still available. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.